Y'all, recently, Ja Rule saw it best to publicly humiliate 50 Cent over his new look. He posted a picture of 50 and basically called him a crazy ninja, like he really wanted people to laugh at him. And fans noticed it immediately, because come on now, Ja Rule and 50 Cent, that beef is ancient, personal, and it never actually went away. This is one of the most legendary beefs in hip-hop history. We're talking diss tracks, interviews, street tension, real consequences. Allegedly, Ja even tried to have 50 unalived back in the day, and 50, he responded by buying all the VIP tickets to Ja Rule's concert just so the venue would look empty. That's the level of hatred we're dealing with here.
Did you really buy Ja Rule's tickets, like seats at his concert? You did?
Cheap tickets. The tickets were very affordable.
Right.
They was on like StubHub.
So when Ja posted that picture, people already knew what time it was, and the comments did not disappoint. One person said, "At this point, Ja deserves all the slander he's got coming." Another said, "Bro is obsessed with 50 the same way 50 is obsessed with Diddy." And woo, that comparison stuck. Because if you've been online lately, you already know 50 Cent has been everywhere when it comes to the Diddy situation. He's pushing documentaries, teasing footage, dragging Diddy publicly, positioning himself as the guy finally exposing all the alleged vile stuff behind the scenes. And a lot of people are side-eyeing that. Like, okay, since when did 50 Cent become hip-hop's moral compass? And that's exactly the angle Ja Rule is leaning into. Because while 50 has been loud about Diddy, Ja has been loud about 50. He's been threatening to drop his own documentary about him, saying 50 is just as bad as Diddy, allegedly. And yeah, that alone caused a stir, but Ja didn't stop there. He reposted a video of Shaniqua Tompkins, 50's first baby mama, where she claims that 50 burned down her house. That allegation has been floating around for years, but the timing, very intentional, very pointed. Like, oh, you want to expose people? Let's expose you too. Then Ja took it even further and started tying 50 directly to Diddy. He posted an old college photo of them together, then more pictures of them at events over the years, smiling, standing close, looking real friendly. And the caption? Oh, Ja went in. He basically said, "Let me be clear, this isn't about Diddy. He's already in jail serving time as he should be. This is about Curtis acting like hip-hop's moral savior, going on TV in them tight nasty suits with that big jug head. When you're no different, allegedly." Then he added, "I wonder when it went wrong. They look so happy together." And the internet went crazy, because now people weren't just talking about Diddy. They were digging into 50's past, his connections, his history, his image. Folks started asking uncomfortable questions, like how close were they really? And when did 50 decide he was above all this?
So I guess the story got back in the hood of what happened, and so 50 used that as his end to have something to say about me.
And as if that wasn't enough, Ja started pushing the #No50 hashtag like his life depended on it. It started to feel like he was actively baiting 50, begging him to respond. And here's the thing, 50 hasn't said a word yet. And that silence, yeah, it's loud. Some people think Ja is just bitter, like he can't stand that 50 is still relevant, still controlling narratives, still winning. Others think Ja might actually be sitting on something real and is warming up the audience before dropping it. But the real question is this, is Ja actually trying to expose something serious? Or is this just another chapter of him trying to get 50's attention? Because from the outside, it looks like he's throwing everything at the wall. And if history tells us anything, when 50 finally responds, it's never light, and it's never just one post.
I lost brand new AC for you, saving a barrel and cutter, saving a barrel and shot. You didn't cut him, he didn't put his life on the line. Fuck him, blow out, do him, get close.
As you guys probably know, Youngboy going off on Pooh Shiesty over his baby mama wasn't just another rap beef. It got personal fast. Once running a train got mentioned, everybody watching knew this wasn't about bars anymore. Streams, socials, and the streets all lit up at once. The tension between their camps was already thick. Then Shiesty's name got tied to YB's baby mama, Janya, and things escalated immediately. Back in 2021, DMs and comments already sparked rumors. Screenshots popped, posts went viral, but nothing physical ever surfaced. Fast forward to 2025, and whispers became headlines. Old IG posts resurfaced at just the right moment, and suddenly the train chatter had legs. People weren't brushing it off, and neither was YB. In street culture, anyone talking on your baby mama is automatically smoke. Pooh's reaction was telling. On live streams, he tried to downplay it as old and redirect attention. But when you focus on when something happened instead of if, the streets rate it as energy and hesitation. They notice that. And when timing timing and context hit just right. Even old rumors turn into combustible fire. Right after his release, Pooh hopped on Bendadon's stream for a victory lap. Fans went wild, chat moving fast, and he teased new music like nothing was wrong, until Rakai called in and asked about 4KT. Pooh said, "What's that?" That wasn't cluelessness, it was strategy. Ignoring Youngboy's set, his flag, his movement, colder than any diss track. In street culture, pretending the other side doesn't exist is a whole statement. By refusing to acknowledge 4KT, Pooh made it clear where he stood. Loyalty to Lil Durk and OTF comes before anything else, and that loyalty runs deep. Durk caught Pooh at his peak, helped him blow up on Back in Blood, and kept him relevant during his federal case when the rest of the industry went quiet. Loyalty like that isn't optional, it dictates moves. Once you ride with Durk and OTF, you inherit the enemies too. That's why Pooh immediately shut down Youngboy's camp on that live stream. It wasn't accidental, it was loyalty in action. Everything traces back further though. King Von's death on November 6, 2020 flipped the entire scene upside down. Outside the Atlanta Hookah Lounge, Von threw the first punch, chaos erupted, and shots went off. Von died, and in the eyes of the streets, blame spread fast. Quando, Youngboy, and their affiliates got tied to the night by association, and from that point, Youngboy's camp was under a permanent microscope. Youngboy's musical response in January 2022 with Bring the Hook only fanned the flames. Calling out O-Block by name and flexing bars about Von's death crossed sacred lines. Streets know O-Block isn't just a block, it's a symbol. When Youngboy mocked a fallen soldier and the block itself, it forced a reaction. Durk couldn't stay silent, the streets couldn't stay silent, and what started as music became a message, a warning, and a spark that escalated the war across tracks, posts, and live moments. And then there's NLE Choppa. As you guys know, Choppa and YB's simmering tension has been building since 2019, linking back to Fredo Bang collabs and the Quando Rondo drama. Just a few months back, Choppa dropped KO, and it was basically designed to sting. YB didn't go fully public, but his freestyle hints had fans speculating, promo or personal. Choppa's Memphis ties poked Baton Rouge loyalties, making the beef even messier and connecting multiple cities' street energy into one volatile mix. At the end of the day, Youngboy, Pooh Shiesty, and NLE Choppa all played their parts, but the rumor about YB's baby mama is what really pushed everything over the edge. Everything we've seen so far has only fed the fire.